Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube's SDL0320 representing JVS. So I'm back here again for another review for The Walking Dead. This is episode 6 of the 8th season, The King, the Widow, and Rick. Which is, I guess, probably the best way of exploring this episode because there's 3 different story arcs that are going on at the same time. Technically 4. You've got, Paul and the Widow being Maggie, dealing with the Hilltop situation with all these prisoners that are the saviors there and what to do with them. Whether or not she's going to kill them, whether she's not. I think at the end of the day, the decision what she made the most sense. And she didn't make the decision, uncallously. Especially with the Gregory part. Putting Gregory in there was the smartest thing that she could really do. But I think where she messed up, the only thing I think she messed up with that savior to try to break out randomly, she had to hit. She had just told them, the established dominance, that anybody that acts on that, you will not get any other chance. He got 2 to 3 different chances. He was the one that started the riot to start with. In my personal opinion, he should have been punished for that. Maybe killed, maybe something more severe than that. I'm not really sure. What sounds, you ask, what's more severe than killing somebody, like torturing somebody to show a point. I think that's going to end up biting her in the butt later on. As well as even, Paul's decision to bring them there. That's one arc. Then you got the kingdom situation where, Carol is trying to figure out what to do to jumpstart Ezekiel out of it. My man Jerry is like sitting there guarding, like down on his luck. And then you got the little boy William, and he's just sitting there like decides to go out on his own to try to fight some walkers. I was just like, what is this kid doing, And even with Carol, in her mission to try to jumpstart Ezekiel, I thought that this was one of the best acted moments of the 8th season, period. Like, when she went to Ezekiel, initially she was like, you've got to go and you got to do this. Then he's like, I can't. He left. She's about to leave. She came back. She's like, why did you come to me? And he basically was like, you make me feel real. In other words, showing like real expressions of love and concern and a duty, what he basically said to her. And he's like, you still have the obligation to do that with the group. And as Melissa McBride did perfectly, of just the waterworks and the emotion, you feeling all her pain simultaneously, allowing her wall to go down long enough to relate to Ezekiel, to him. You can still do this, and you're not going to do this alone. I don't know if she had said, I need you, if that would have jump-started him, because she basically said, she walked around that idea. If that would have, got him out of that, he eventually said, I still can't do it. So it's kind of like a pointless kind of thing, but she got her point across. She didn't just leave. So we'll see what happens with that. And then you got in the beginning of the episode with Rick deciding to go to the same group that screwed him the first time, that shot him, and they even were kind of like, what are you trying to do? Like, what's the threat here? Like, you're threatening us. Either we join you or you threaten us. And, eventually she said no. The very beginning of the episode. And, like, throughout the whole entire episode, I was like, what are they doing and what's about to happen? Kind of situation. And come to find out, man, they got Rick up there butt naked, man. I was just like, this is a precarious situation. The things that I didn't necessarily like, but were just kind of, like, there in the episode, kind of just, like, pushed in, was the Rosita and Michonne arc that eventually became the Tara and Daryl arc. Whereas, like, I understand Rosita, she's, trying to follow Michonne, make sure Michonne doesn't die. But both of them were like, well, we need to go and see what's happening, when really you have a duty to protect the areas that you're around. Just like Daryl and Tara have a duty, an obligation to protect. And they just skip to go do their own thing. And it's like, that's the wrong kind of thinking. Now, when Michonne finally got the opportunity, to step up, she is definitely still hurt. And, Rosita used a freaking rocket launchers, blew this dude up. You know what I'm saying? And then Michonne, her only job was to stop this girl, and man, the girl got away. And all of a sudden, Daryl came out of nowhere and smacked her and killed her. And I was happy about that. But then I'm like, Daryl, what you doing, dog? Like, you need to calm down. And then for Michonne and Rosita to follow him, just, gallivanting around without asking Rick or trying to figure out where Rick is, it just did not make sense. And it's kind of just like this unneeded tension or drama to now you got Aaron and I forgot the little girl's name. They're all going and doing this rogue mission for what? Because now there's nothing there. Like they're in a pinned position. There's no need to do anything more than that. So only thing they really need to concentrate on is getting Rick back and trying to get King Ezekiel out of the situation. It's like, I don't know, man. It just deflates the episode because there's so much extra stuff that doesn't need to be there. Case in point, the Rosita, the Michonne, and I mean, I think I can be okay with the Carl situation. That was okay. I like that. I like what he did for that guy. But Carl is a straight up killer, just like Michonne is. Carl has not been hurt. For Carl to get pinned down like he did not make sense. Carl, you are a better killer than that. I just could not get behind that. That didn't make sense. So there was some stupid parts of this episode. There were some very good parts of this episode. So I was really in between. I give this episode a 7.5 to 8 towards maybe a 7.8 out of 10. I don't know. I want to give it an 8, but it was just so much stuff that didn't need to be there, and then some things that just were stupid ideas that I don't know that they add to the dramatic parts of this. They don't have to do that in the middle of war. Like, actionary things can provide motivations versus people just jump and skip and doing their own thing in the midst of war. You know what I'm saying? I think it's all, done by Negan. Negan has put them in this situation emotionally and mentally, but it's like, it's unnecessary to me. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. I will be putting out my reaction a little bit later on tonight. The full reaction probably won't be posted until next week. I will be doing a discussion with Jarrell shortly, probably within another, 40 minutes. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later on. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, you guys.